Hello everyone and welcome to Thomas Blooms. This is the introductory video for my gardening channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking about gardening, specifically in the greater Toronto region. Okay, so it would be hardiness zone 5B, which I will touch base with in another video. But really, it's about how to do urban gardening in your backyard and tips and tricks of what to do and how to garden and be able to have a successful harvest. I will be focusing on fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing. Not so much for flowers or shrubs, although I will touch on it just a little bit. But what we're going to do right now is, I believe it is March the 6th, and we are going to start gardening. Well, not specifically today outside, but we will be making plans for that, and I will be showing you in videos coming in the future. But right now I'm going to take you on a small little tour. It's not a big space. Living in a townhouse doesn't create a lot of backyard space, but we can always talk about how to maximize your space and how to grow more in layers, towers, that kind of thing, and how to trellis everything so that you don't lose space on the ground for growing other fruits and vegetables. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm just going to switch the camera around and we can do a very, very small, and I mean small tour. And this is the beginning stages, the stages where I haven't done anything. So I will show you from beginning to the end how to, set up your stuff. And your stuff doesn't have to look exactly like mine. There are so many different ways to do your gardening, and there are so many ways to have a successful garden that this is just an idea. And let me also start by saying that I am not an expert at all. I have no educational background. I didn't go to school for this. I just am an avid fan of gardening and growing food and sustainable growing. And so by all means, in the comments, please tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I will listen and respond in kind. And also I also accept any new tips and tricks that you guys may have. I'm sure that for some of you who have been doing this for a while, you have many different ways to do this that work. And I hope this is also helpful for the new people getting started. Okay, so without further ado, let me just get started here. Okay, so here we go. So let me just back up a second here. So sorry about that. So this is the main garden area, like right in here. So what you don't see is, well, obviously you see the skeleton, but I have a greenhouse here, and I'm going to be setting that up probably next week. So by mid-March, I'll have this ready to go. It's a simple little greenhouse from Grow It. It's no different than like your tarp setup, but it's got windows and ventilation and everything else to help with the managing of the up and down weather that we get in the GTA region. Okay, so this is the main area here, and what I will show you is, oh well, this stuff in the middle, this is wiring that you can get at Home Depot. I use this for trellising, which will be in one of my future videos. Okay, but what I want to show here, other than tomato cages, is the mulch. So all along here, as you can see, all along here, I have a lot of mulch, and I will talk more in depth about this in another video, but your mulch is very important for the winter season. So I will start by sort of removing this stuff and getting all set with planting, fertilizing, and getting everything ready for the seedlings that I have growing in my grow tent. Okay, so let's slightly move over here. And this is another subsection here. This is where, you can see here, I don't know if you could see in the video, but I have fishing line. Okay, simple little fishing line. And what this is just separating the 6 plants I have in here. So what I have in here is I have blackberry and raspberry. So on this angle right here, on this line right here, the first one here, I have 2 raspberries, and in the middle, 1 blackberry. And on this side here, I got 2 blackberries and 1 raspberry in the middle. Okay, and these are, well, this one here, you can see the main one here with all the branches. This is a 3-year-old. And this one right here, this is a 3-year-old too. And on either side, we got 2-year-olds. Okay, and as you can see, this is blackberry. You can see how long this goes. I could have trimmed it earlier, but I read somewhere that trimming your blackberry early may not fruit as much. So I wanted to create at least one long one so that it could flower for the next year and produce obviously more blackberries. But if you guys have heard anything different, please let me know. And right down here, you see here, it's hard to tell, but because there's no leaves on it, but that's a blueberry. And further along here, we have another blueberry. And originally I was going to put strawberries here, but I had a great idea from someone, another YouTube called M.I. Gardener, and he basically had an idea for a strawberry tower, which I am in the process of making, and I'll show you another video. So right along here, I'm going to put 2 more blueberry bushes, a third if I could get away with it. But I want this whole area here to be blueberry, okay? And moving along here, this is right beside my barbecue. This here is going to be where I'm going to keep my strawberries. So I'll just do a brief summary with my shadow finger. I'm going to have a PVC pipe along here, and it's going to be full of strawberries. And then attached to it, right underneath it by rope, is going to be another PVC pipe with a second row of strawberries. And so on and so on. I'm going to try and create 4 rows of strawberries. Okay, and what happens is that when I talked about it before, about how to grow multiple foods in one spot, this is what I'm talking about. When you have it dangling down here, you're occupying this space down here and all the way up top, but you're growing multiple strawberries. Okay, so you're taking advantage of the little space that you have by growing a lot, by stacking things on top of each other and then trellising. And as you can see in the back there, look at all that trellising I have down here. All these cages here, this is all trellising. I don't know if you can tell in the video because it's so bright, but all these cages right here, there are so many. And in fact, 4 of these big guys, right? Well, not this one, but the longer ones down here. See how huge that is? It's a good, at least a good 5 feet long. They are for watermelons. That's right. I grow watermelons in a cage. Okay, so I will also do a video on how to grow watermelons in a cage. In fact, I'll take you over here to the deck and I'll show you. So, excuse me. Like I said, everything is still in rough shape because I haven't yet started, but this thing right here holds 2 5-gallon FDA approved, so they're FDA quality, so you can grow food in here. Those are buckets, which I grow my watermelons. And I stack the cage on top, and then they grow up like this. And that's where I grow my watermelons. And see this? And so I have 2 here, and under here, if I can show you, I have another one right here. Okay? The tart was here because we have sparrows that like to come by and poop. But for the video, I unwrapped this. But this here, I built myself using pallet wood and a simple golden oak stain. Okay? And what I do is I take these and I stack them right here. So I put one right here and another one right here. Okay? And that's where I grow my watermelons. As you see here, there's more buckets. These are all food grade buckets. Sometimes it's good to grow a pumpkin or potatoes out of here, and they're totally fine because they are food grade buckets. As long as you use them sparingly, they're good. If you leave them out for like 10 seasons or whatever, eventually they're going to go and you'll have to replace them. But if you know a guy, they're easy to pick up, like $2, $3, $4, $5 a bucket. Okay? So anyway, put special soil in here, which I'll talk about later. And for the season, you grow watermelons. And I've already started the seeds, so hopefully by July we can get some watermelons growing here. Okay? But that's pretty much it. Here's a little backyard shot. We don't have a lot of square footage in this backyard, so we got to make the most of what we can at the same time as having an entertainment area and a place to cook and a place to have fires and everything else. So we try to make best of the situation, and here we are. And we'll talk about sustainable gardening and just how much food we can produce in another video. But this is just an introductory thing and just a introductory video. And so far, I hope you guys like what you see so far. We're going to be doing countless videos, and please like and subscribe and comment and all that fun stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later, okay? This is Thomas Blooms signing off.